The Massacre of Teutoburg Forest stands as one of the deadliest and most significant battles in history, marking a turning point in the fate of the Roman Empire. Taking place in 9 CE, this brutal conflict unfolded in the dense woodlands of Teutoburg Forest, located in what is now modern-day Germany. The battle pitted the Roman legions, led by Publius Quinctilius Varus, against an alliance of Germanic tribes, primarily the Cherusci, led by Arminius. The strategic landscape of the forest, with its narrow pathways and thick vegetation, played a pivotal role in the unfolding tragedy. Varus, a trusted Roman general, was tasked with consolidating Roman control over the newly conquered territories east of the Rhine River. Unbeknownst to him, Arminius, a chieftain of the Cherusci and a Roman officer, had meticulously plotted a rebellion against his Roman overlords. Arminius skillfully exploited his dual allegiance, lulling Varus into a false sense of security. As the Roman legions, comprising 3 full legions and supporting auxiliaries, marched through the densely wooded terrain, they fell victim to Arminius' well-executed trap. The Germanic tribes had devised an elaborate plan to lure the Romans deeper into the forest, where their superior knowledge of the terrain and guerrilla tactics would prove decisive. The ambushing Germanic forces launched a relentless assault, utilizing hit-and-run tactics that inflicted heavy casualties on the Roman forces. The narrow, winding paths of the forest hindered the Romans' ability to form their disciplined battle lines, rendering their superior military organization ineffective in the chaotic and unfamiliar environment. The battle raged for several days, with the Roman legions facing relentless attacks from all sides. The Germanic warriors, inspired by a fervent desire for independence and fueled by the leadership of Arminius, fought with unparalleled ferocity. Varus, realizing the dire situation, attempted to regroup his forces and retreat, but the relentless onslaught of the Germanic tribes prevented any organized withdrawal. The Roman legions, trapped in the dense forest, suffered massive casualties as chaos engulfed their ranks. The once disciplined Roman military machine crumbled in the face of the guerrilla warfare tactics employed by the Germanic tribes. The scale of the massacre was staggering, with estimates suggesting that up to 20,000 Roman soldiers lost their lives in the Teutoburg Forest. The defeat was not only a military disaster, but also a severe blow to the Roman psyche and the perception of invincibility that surrounded the Roman legions. The loss of 3 entire legions was a devastating blow to Roman prestige, and the news of the defeat sent shockwaves throughout the empire. The disaster in Teutoburg Forest had far-reaching consequences, influencing the course of history and shaping the geopolitical landscape of Europe for centuries to come. The aftermath of the Battle of Teutoburg Forest precipitated a seismic shift in Roman geopolitical strategy, prompting a thorough reevaluation of expansion policies in Germania. Under the strategic guidance of Emperor Augustus, the Roman Empire, which had hitherto sought to extend its influence and territorial control eastward across the Rhine River, abruptly reversed its course. The catastrophic defeat suffered in the thickets of Teutoburg compelled a reassessment of the feasibility and desirability of maintaining a direct presence in the formidable and unfamiliar Germanic territories. The decision to abandon further attempts at conquering and integrating the Germanic regions east of the Rhine marked a strategic retreat with enduring consequences. Emperor Augustus, cognizant of the logistical challenges, the dense forests, and the fierce resistance encountered in Teutoburg, recognized the limits of Roman military power in the vast and often inhospitable landscapes of Germania. The Rhine River, previously an ambitious frontier to be crossed, now emerged as the de facto boundary between the Roman Empire and the Germanic tribes. This strategic realignment had profound and lasting implications for both Roman and Germanic civilizations. For Rome, it signaled a recalibration of imperial ambitions, with a heightened awareness of the need to consolidate existing territories rather than overextend into unfamiliar and hostile terrain. The defeat at Teutoburg became a sobering lesson, fostering a more cautious and pragmatic approach to expansion. The decision to solidify the Rhine as the empire's natural boundary highlighted a strategic pivot toward fortifying existing frontiers rather than pursuing risky and expansive military campaigns. On the Germanic side, the establishment of the Rhine as a natural barrier offered a degree of respite from direct Roman encroachment. The tribes west of the Rhine found themselves outside the immediate sphere of Roman influence, allowing them to maintain a semblance of autonomy and cultural identity. This geopolitical development facilitated the preservation and flourishing of distinct Germanic cultures and traditions, laying the groundwork for the diverse societies that would emerge in the subsequent centuries. The massacre of Teutoburg Forest also had a lasting impact on the Roman military. The defeat prompted a reevaluation of military strategies and tactics, with a renewed emphasis on adaptability and flexibility in different terrains. The Romans learned valuable lessons from the Teutoburg disaster, and subsequent military campaigns incorporated changes in training, strategy, and intelligence gathering to prevent a similar catastrophe. The shock of Teutoburg Forest echoed through the Roman military establishment, serving as a cautionary tale for future commanders. The enduring impact of the Battle of Teutoburg Forest transcended the immediate military and geopolitical spheres, permeating the cultural and literary fabric of the time. The renowned Roman historian Tacitus, a key figure of the late 1st and early 2nd centuries, played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative surrounding the Teutoburg disaster. In his monumental works Annals and Germania, Tacitus meticulously crafted a detailed and dramatic account that not only chronicled the events but also imbued them with profound cultural and philosophical significance. Tacitus's work became a touchstone for those reflecting on the complexities and moral dimensions of imperial power, leaving an indelible mark on the intellectual discourse of the time. In the centuries that followed, the Teutoburg narrative continued to echo in the works of later historians, poets, and philosophers. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest became a symbol not only of military defeat, but also of the enduring clash between imperial ambitions and the resilience of local cultures. The lessons drawn from Tacitus's portrayal of Teutoburg serve as a perennial reminder for those navigating the turbulent waters of power and expansion, resonating in discussions about the ethical dimensions of conquest and the consequences of underestimating the agency of indigenous peoples. In Germanic folklore and historical memory, the Battle of Teutoburg Forest assumed legendary proportions. Arminius, or Hermann as he is known in German, became a national hero symbolizing resistance against foreign invaders. The memory of Teutoburg Forest became a rallying point during various periods of German history, including the 19th century when the concept of a unified German state was gaining momentum. In conclusion, the massacre of Teutoburg Forest remains one of the deadliest battles in history, with profound and far-reaching consequences. The defeat dealt a severe blow to Roman ambitions in Germania, altering the course of European history. The legacy of Teutoburg Forest endures in both Roman and Germanic cultural narratives, serving as a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration for generations to come. The battle stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of warfare and the pivotal role that geography, tactics, and leadership play in determining the outcome of historical conflicts.